we didn't have to go to work for like 8 or 10 hours a day, plus commuting time and all that garbage. Because really, I go 8 hours that I'm supposed to be in my seat. Plus they give me an hour lunch. That means I'm I'm close to or at that building for 9 hours a day, plus 30 to 45 minutes of drive time each way, depending on traffic, which means at a minimum, I'm at 10 hours a day doing something that could be done by either a computer or a high school graduate.
Yeah, all I gotta say is my favorite part of this is the fact that our last video, we realized how much you bang on the table.
And
you
the good thing is, this stuff will all be cut, or at least part of it will be cut.
Potentially,
So that way you can get lots of that banging on the table, and now I'll just keep my hands on the table. I don't want to use my hands if I don't bang them on the table. It's gonna float up on my face.
And with that, let's ramble. Welcome back to Pointless Ramblings. This week, we are going to talk about how to fix basketball, specifically the NBA. With March Madness coming up, we were thinking we should probably do a basketball-related episode, and the NBA has so many places that it could be improved.
Yes.
So I'm going to let you start it off, and we're going to go from there.
Okay, first of all, when you said March Madness is about to get underway, March Madness is already started. It's underway.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah.
And if you haven't filled out your bracket, it's too late now.
Is it?
Yes, it is. It's like the second week into this. We're into like the Sweet 16 at this point. I don't actually know because I don't pay that much attention. And the reason I don't pay that much attention to college is because I don't care. And now getting back to
not as impressive.
Getting back to ways to fix the NBA, particularly we're talking NBA playoffs and things like that. And really, I was thinking of my first thought is points per foul. Now, this is a little bit different.
I haven't heard this.
One of the problems I find with the NBA is the constant fouling. There's just way too much fouling. You either need to go back to 80s Pistons, pounding on everybody, or
that's my vote.
Or have more severe penalties on fouls so people don't foul as much. Maybe we can turn every game into the All-Star game and 300, 400 points are scored. But what you do here is when you foul somebody, it's your first foul. They get their 2 shots. Each shot's worth 1 point. On your second foul, they get 2 shots. Each shot is worth 2 points. On your third foul, each shot is worth 3 points. It really makes it so fouling isn't the strategic thing. Like, oh, you got to foul them because they get the 1 shot.
Especially at the end of the game, that could turn the game around.
That would really be bad. The horrible free throw shooter could actually be.
My question is it fouls per person or fouls per team?
I haven't thought that much through this.
Because I was going to say, because per team, that adds up real quick. But if it's per person, you're going to start, your superstars are going to have to go out because they got too many fouls and they're going to give up too many points. So then second and third team gets to play the fourth quarter if it's a close game because you can't afford a 3-point foul shot.
And you may be thinking, how does this make the NBA better? Game flow. It keeps the game flowing because when somebody drives, instead of fouling them, you just let them drive. And score the points.
2 points. It's 2 points.
2 points. Just give it up. Just give it up.
Along the lines is I think one of the biggest issues of the NBA is the fouls, obviously, because you never know. No matter how often I watch the NBA, I couldn't tell you what an actual foul is because sometimes it's one thing, sometimes it's another. It's all based on perspective. But my particular fix for fouls is more so for elimination, right? Okay. Normally, 5 fouls, you're out of the game, right? That's 6 in the NBA. Anyways, 6 fouls. I think they should take it further in the sense that it's not fouls, or not further. It's still the same fouls, but when you hit 6, your team doesn't get to put another player in. You're out of the game. So now you only got to play 4 guys. Yeah. So if you get 6 fouls, 4 guys. And you can't sub someone else in. It's just straight up. That position, gone, out of the game.
I like this idea. We'll break in some of soccer's philosophy.
Exactly.
One thing that I like about soccer is the game keeps going. The fouls, they happen. You kind of stop for a second. You just keep going.
Yeah, the clock keeps rolling.
The clock keeps rolling. Nobody knows when the game ends. Wonderful.
You can't. That's wonderful, but
you can't complain about the last 2 minutes taking forever because you have no idea when the last 2 minutes is. So
maybe they should just have a running clock in basketball.
Maybe, but kind of along the lines of adopting some of the good features of other sports, sticking with the fouls.
Okay.
Penalty box. First foul, minute in the penalty box.
No one comes in for you. Right?
Nobody comes in. So now you got to go into the power play position. So you're only playing 4 on 5. Second foul, 2 minutes in the box. So if you're in the game,
and now you're shooting 4 points.
This is your 5th foul. You got 5 minutes in the box. You could be out for the rest of the game,
and no one's coming in.
Nobody's coming in for you, and they could potentially be shooting 5 shots.
Is it 5 shots or just
2 shots? Each worth 5 points.
Turn the whole game around.
Completely modify the game. But it would really. Fouls, apparently fouls are what we really hate about basketball.
Because my next one is also about fouls. Okay, but mine is turning this whole situation around. Because right now, usually you think the defense is the guy who fouls. And that's always the case. But I'm a firm believer in, I'm going to call it the James Harden shot. Okay. The run around the pick and just throw your hands up. I believe that should now be an offensive foul. Because, and really, when we look at the rules, you and I have done this before, he's the one initiating contact, generally. You could make an argument that, no, that person's reaching across. No, they're just trying to fight through a pick, and you just happen to jump into them. The fact that usually the jump goes sideways is an indicator. That's an offensive foul. 1 minute in the box, potentially 10 points. Change the game forever.
Well, if it's 10 points, then it'd actually be 5 minutes in the box.
Yeah, whatever. You're in the box, all right? But that would eliminate that stupid foul of the people running around behind the screen and just throwing their hands up, because that's just annoying. Like, I know you're trying to get shots and all that, but forget it. Just play the game. Yeah. Like the Pistons.
So, all major sports now are trying to speed up the gameplay. Mm-hmm. And, these are some things I think potentially could help speed up the gameplay, because really, the clock doesn't stop after made baskets until it's in the last few minutes or whatever.
I don't know how that works, but
of each quarter.
Got it.
Maybe. So this could potentially speed up because you're not stopping for all those things. And I know that we have to have TV timeouts and things like that because...
You don't have to have TV times out. NBA, take the strategy of NASCAR. Ads on the screen. On the jerseys. If you just cover the jerseys in ads, you're good. The whole game will be covered at that point. Okay, continue.
Can we just, while we're doing it, can we just do the entire court?
The whole court should be covered.
The whole court and just advertisements.
I mean, so that's the way to go.
I like this.
And I'm cutting you off now because I want to continue with my thoughts.
Yes.
I believe that basketball should start following the coach rule of baseball, and they should have to wear the jerseys. I'm thinking of old man Pop walking around in his Spurs jersey and shorts. And you have to wear them from whatever decade you were from, so Pops has to wear the shorts that don't make it past mid-thigh. I think that would make the most sense.
I don't know if that makes it any better. It may incentivize the people running the camera not to show the coach as much.
Especially when they're sitting down.
Because really, nobody cares what's the emotion on the coach's face. Besides maybe the spouse of the coach or maybe some family members. Nobody else cares what is going on with the coach. They would prefer seeing superstars on the bench or superstars on the court. Nobody cares about the coach.
Yeah. Especially if you're on LeBron James's team.
Yes.
No one cares about the coach.
Nobody cares about anybody else that's on your team.
I got another one, all right? Because that was a nice pause there.
Yes.
Dramatic. Pause for a dramatic effect. My also thought comes around with additional points. Because, we can all accept that Steph Curry makes some pretty ridiculous shots. And it's pretty amazing, and I can't deny that. But I feel like his shots should be worth more points. But more style has to be involved. Like, if Steph Curry does an under-the-leg shot from half court, and, I think you can even take some points off if it banks. If it swishes, 40 points for that basket. You're down by a little bit. Next thing you know, Where are the Golden State's
Golden State.
Golden State's
They're in
winning?
Oakland.
Yeah, I was like, Golden State's winning 400-10 or something like that because they're just shooting under the legs the whole time.
But you think about how the 3-pointer changed basketball, and everybody, particularly now, everybody's shooting 3-pointers. When I was growing up, people still didn't shoot 3-pointers.
That's because of the Pistons.
Yes. But now everybody shoots 3-pointers.
Yeah.
If you're over 7 feet and can't shoot a 3-pointer, it's tough to make it to the NBA now. So now we've changed to the half court between the legs becomes the new rage of every kid in middle school now is throwing the ball between their legs from half court to try and perfect that shot.
That
So it's worth 40 points or 35 if you bank it.
Yeah, and even if you don't make it worth that much, I mean, where's the 4-point and 5-point shot?
Yeah.
I mean, if you shoot from the baseline backwards behind your head, I think that's worth 100 points.
I think
Opposite side. I said it right. Yeah.
I think also to entice fans to stick around to the end of the game, any short shot made from the opposite side of the half court that you know, so you're on this side, you're shooting to the basket on that side. Any shot made from that side of the court ties the game in the last 30 seconds.
No matter what
the score is, ties the game last 30 seconds. Everybody is staying until the end of the game.
As long as you're not down by more than like 80 points.
Ties the game.
Oh yeah,
Ties the game. No matter what.
I was thinking about under the legs,
last
the 40
30
shot.
seconds ties the game if it's made on your half or however they define that.
Even if you're winning.
Even if you're sure, I'll accept it.
I mean, that makes the most sense.
I mean, yeah.
Why would you be shooting?
Why would you shoot that shot?
Man, this game's not close enough. I'm going to make this.
We want to make this game a little bit more exciting. Let's drain this shot. And now the Suns are back in the game.
They're never back in the game.
Well, they could if they made it from half court in the last 30 seconds.
This will just inspire children to improve upon their basketball skills even more. Because, you know, they had the 3-point has become famous, that jump step and all that other stuff. And that's what basketball is now. It's no longer the Pistons punching people in the face and going, I tripped. Or whatever that guy's name is. If you haven't seen the documentary on the Pistons with 30 for 30, I highly recommend it. Because it is quite hilarious. Whether it was supposed to be funny or not, I laughed a lot.
Yeah.
I think with that, that's it. So thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And put in the comments what you think would also be great rules and or improvements to basketball. And I think it's going to be a good one.